In one sense, tonight's program is inspired by a photograph. This indelible image was recorded 20 years ago this June. But in another sense, it is inspired by the day-to-day experience of all of us who are associated with PEN and the ACLU. To many critics of our organizations, what we do a lot of the time is complain, carp, bitch, moan. We're called PAIN and the American Civil Liberties Union. But honestly, that's not how it feels to us. Most days, I don't feel like I'm complaining. I feel like I'm celebrating, that I'm learning about and looking for ways to support and protect ordinary people who have taken or are taking extraordinary stands against abuses of power. One of these people is Liu Xiaobo, who was one of the heroes of the Tiananmen demonstrations on human rights and democracy in China. Liu was arrested again this past December for his part in Charter 08, a declaration for greater freedom in China that has been signed by thousands of Chinese citizens. He is still detained on suspicion of inciting subversion of state power and could be sentenced to 3 years in prison. One of the things that distinguishes Liu is the ruthlessness of his criticism, not only of Chinese authorities, but of himself, other intellectuals, and his fellow citizens. The year before the Tiananmen demonstrations, he told an interviewer, "I'm quite opposed to the belief that China's backwardness is the fault of a few egomaniacal rulers. It is the doing of every Chinese. That's because the system is the product of the people. All of China's tragedies are authored, directed, performed, and appreciated by the Chinese themselves. There's no need to blame anyone else. Following the fall of the Gang of Four, everyone has become a victim or a hero who struggled against the gang. Bullshit. What were they all doing in the Cultural Revolution? Those intellectuals produced the best big character posters of all. With the right environment, without the right environment, Mao Zedong could never have done what he did." It says something about where we've been as a country the last 8 years that those words should make us all feel a little uncomfortable. Please take a moment when you go home this evening to sign PEN's petition for the release of Liu Xiaobo. The address is on the postcard that I think you received on your way in. Please join and support the work of PEN and the ACLU, and please join me in welcoming tonight's readers for this evening of literature celebrating the power of one person, one body, one imagination to stand against tyrannical authority. Thank you.